Hello, Algebra Scholars. In this section, 3.4 rates, we're going to explore how two quantities are changing with respect to one another. Here's a question from our book. At 9 o'clock, Jody rented a mountain bike from the bike rack. She returned the bicycle at 11 after cycling 14 miles. Jody paid $15 for the rental. So the first question, find Jody's average rate of speed in miles per hour. We need to look at the units here to tell us how to do the question. We're simply going to find the number of miles that she rode her bike and divide it by the number of hours she rode her bike. So looking back to the question, we can see it was 14 miles she rode, and if she left at 9 and returned at 11, that's 2 hours. So her average speed was 7, and what are our units? Miles per hour. In question B, her rental rate in dollars per hour, well, we see that she paid, well, so hold on, let's write our units down first. Dollars per hour, we see that she paid $15. She still rode the bike for 2 hours, so her average rental rate is $7.50 per hour. And the third question has a little calculator icon next to it, meaning we're probably going to need our calcs for it. Her rental rate in dollars per mile, so we're going to take dollars and divide it by miles. It was $15 to rent the bike. She rode it for 14 miles. And when you do that division, it works out to be about $1.07 per mile. In the second example, it says the following graph shows data from a technical assistance call center. At what rate are calls being handled? Now, you're not given specific units. So if we're just going to look at a graph and we're not told dollars per mile or miles per minute or things like that, we are always going to take the y-axis units and divide them by the x-axis units. So in this case, the rate that we're looking for is number of calls divided by the x-axis units. Well, time of day is measured in what? It's measured in hours. So we're looking at the number of calls per hour. And the way we figure this is we look at the 2 points on the graph to find number of calls. We draw lines over to the y-axis. We see that here it's 90, here it's 30, and we calculate the difference between them. So there are 60 calls that are handled between 10 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. So, well, we can't do the subtraction there, but we know that that's 3 hours. So 60 calls over 3 hours, we do the division, and we see that they are handling, on average, 20 calls per hour. And that's how we deal with rates.